I'm Paul Leichty. I'm a senior software engineer on the engineering team at TractorZoom. A couple of my core responsibilities are general day-to-day bug fixes and data fixes that I do for some of the salespeople and some of the customer success people. Working on new features is the primary thing that I do each day. Every week we'll come in, we'll decide what we're going to do for the week. It'll be working on new features, expanding out old features, customer requests we work on as well. The thing I appreciate most about TractorZoom is the pace at which we work at and the communication that all the individual teams have with each other. The turnaround time in which someone will come to us and say, hey, here's a problem that the customer's having, what can you do about it? And we'll brainstorm and we'll think of a solution, and then we'll usually get it turned around in a couple days. And I have not had that at prior companies. The biggest thing I've learned at working at TractorZoom in the last year and a half is AWS stuff. I had worked in prior companies with different cloud technologies, but never with AWS. And it is a beast and it is powerful, but it's cool to see all the different tools that they provide to you and how we can fit those into our products. The main thing that makes me proud about TractorZoom is the amount of positive feedback that we get from our customers. Every week there'll be a new quote from a different customer that sales gives to us about some new feature that we've introduced to them, or some, to us, seemingly small bug that we fixed that means the world to them. I'd probably go on a bike ride. I'm not like a super serious biker. Like I need a destination, usually a brewery to go to, but like a nice, easy, like 10 miles to go there, drink a couple beers and come back. Probably board games. Like I'm not like crazy into board games, but enough that like I could probably answer most questions about them. Probably Shrinking, TV show with Jason Segel and like Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford plays this wonderfully like curmudgeon-y therapist, and Jason Segel is a therapist that his life is just falling apart. But it's very funny. I have a dog, Steely, who is sort of a mystery in his breed. The shelter said he was an English Mastiff. And my previous dog was an English Mastiff, so I jumped at it. But my previous English Mastiff was this 200-pound, hulking, sweet boy. And Steely is definitely not that. He's like 90 pounds. We think he's probably a mix of a Mastiff and some sort of a hound. So he's like super low to the ground, but like bulky. My favorite meal ever: homemade spaghetti and meatballs, for sure. My wife is Italian and her grandmother came from Italy, and so she knows how to make good spaghetti and meatballs. Podcast. I've tried audiobooks before, and I can't concentrate as much as I can with a podcast. Glamping. I was a Boy Scout. I did my time. I don't want to camp anymore. Movie. Board games. Microservices.